All right, now this is Lady C coming at you with a special video presentation. I just got through editing this video and it was the hardest video in this world for me to do. And I just wanted to come out here and share my experience with y'all today and show you exactly what went down on the timeline. So I want y'all to enjoy this video. I'm just gonna put it right here for y'all to see. And if you want to study the video and learn something, that's up to you. And be sure to share this with some people, especially those people that want some help. All right, now, let's get down to the nuts and bolts of this video. Okay, so I'm going to continue editing this video. And I had to take 3 separate clips and put them on the timeline because Streamyard recorded the main clip. And then it had a clip of each person that was in their own frame. So the main clip is showing up here. You see Lady C, JT, you see Terrence and Rashana. So there's 3 clips associated with this editing project. Okay, so what you're looking at right now, if I click on the main clip, I've got that clip selected. And then that's the one that where I'm talking at the beginning, and both JT and I are on this clip together. And if I click on, if I move the playhead down, then you're going to see how Rashana and Terrence are now on the screen. So now, if I click on mine, the main clip, that's the one that I'm on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I delete this clip, notice how we're all gone. So I'm going to do Command Z on the Mac to bring this back. But I'm trying to find the one where JT is at because I'm trying to figure out why. Oh, I know why. Click on that. Oh, no. Here we go. I'm going to delete this. And the reason why you can't see JT is because Terrence and Rashana, their clip is on top of his clip. So I'm going to click on their clip and I'm going to delete it. And now there's JT. So that's JT's clip by itself. That's what it looks like if I remove the other clips from the timeline. Then he is in a frame all by himself, okay? So I'm going to Command Z to bring Rashana and Terrence back, and I'm going to do Command Z to bring the main clip back, okay? This may seem a little confusing, but this is how this works. So what I did was I put the main clip in the hierarchy at the top of the hierarchy because this clip has everything associated with it. Because the problem that we had during the recording, Terrence and Rashana, they had a slow bandwidth, and because their bandwidth was slow, sometimes their audio and their video disappeared from the screen. Sometimes it was just the video that disappeared and vice versa. So this is the reason why I have the main clip with the 3 different frames at the top of the chain or the hierarchy, because that's going to have every single thing associated with this project. The next thing I did was I put JT's clip. No, I didn't put JT's clip second. I put Terrence and Rashana's clip second, which really doesn't make a big difference. But the reason why I put their clip second is because they're doing most of the talking, okay? They're doing most of the talking in the video because they're being interviewed. And then the third clip on the timeline is JT. So that's the hierarchy that I used when I put this together. Now I'm going to show you some other things that's happening on this timeline that was kind of frustrating for me that I just noticed, and I had to go in here and put some slices on this clip. So I've already done a lot of the editing on here, but I just want to show you something else. I'm going to bring my playhead right here. I'm going to use the plus sign on the keyboard to make this kind of like stretch out just a little bit. I'm going to bring this over, okay? Because sometimes you got to zoom in and zoom out on the timeline if you're trying to work with certain pieces on the timeline. And so right now, I got to zoom in just a little bit, but not too much, because then I won't be able to see what I'm working with. So now I'm going to move on down the timeline. Now, what I want you to notice here is down here on the bottom, you're going to see that Terrence and Rashana, they're actually talking on this clip. But you're going to also notice that there's no wave pattern here. So what happened was somehow during the recording process, their camera and their equipment froze up on the screen. At that point, I've got to use the source from the main piece of the video. Or no, here it is. I've already deleted the main piece. Okay? So at this point, I don't have to do anything right here because they are working fine.
It's truly increased. And
but again, what happened was, let me see. I had to end up using the audio source from, let me see what I got. Let's see, this is Rashana and Terrence. Yeah, this is it. They're not, you can't see their, hold on. No, they are not, this is not the one I'm looking at. Hold on. Let me find, this is not the one I'm talking about. Hold on, let me move on down the timeline because this is not the part that I'm talking about. Hold on. Okay, this is the part where I had already edited. But on down the timeline, we're going to find this problem. Give me a second. And I'm going to show you what I found. Okay, so this. All right, this is JT talking right here. I may have already passed it.
That is so true. That is so true. But
Okay, so now when you're listening to this clip, you can hear JT talking on two different clips. So I know he's talking all the way down to here. Right there. At least. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is once I've got that isolated, I'm going to go ahead and cut right here. I'm cut 3 times, okay? 3 different clips. So what I need to do is I need to click on the main hierarchy, which is the one that I am on, that all 3 of us are on, and delete it. And then because Rashana and Terrence are the next one down, I need to now click on their clip and delete their clip. And now there's JT by himself. So we isolated JT by himself. So once they stop talking here, then JT comes on.
That is so true. That is so true.
And we can also tighten this up a little bit because you can see where there's a little bit of a pause. I can come here and click on that, and I can delete that to bring this a little bit over, and then click on this empty space here. And then, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to do that. Hold a second. Let's see what we can do here. That might not work. Give me a second. Once they finish talking over here, let me shave it on both sides. There we go. There we go. Delete that. Now what we're going to do, we're going to click here. This might not do it because this is not joined to anything, so I can't delete that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out. I'm going to lasso this. Whoops. Hold the shift key down and grab that. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tighten it up manually because I can't do it the other way. Bring this all the way over here until these clips kind of match each other. So now we can kind of like clean that up a little bit.
That is so true.
There you go. So you see how I was able to tighten that up? Okay. But there's another situation going on here that I just did all these clips in them. And I want to change it. I may not have to change it. Hold on. Everywhere you see the blank area. This may just work. I think I've already done it. Hold on. Awesome. Okay, so now let me clean this up right here. So you see where I said awesome? I'm just cleaning it up right now. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and clear this out. Alrighty. I'm gonna select all these clips here. I'm gonna delete them. Okay, so I got rid of all of that. I probably need to clear this out right over here.
To advance to get to the next level.
Okay, I can go ahead and clean this up here. And now I'm going to click on this right here, this blank spot, this little blank area right here, and hit the delete key. It's going to bring all that together. Okay? So that's what we got there. This editing is a job, I'm telling you. So you got to make this work for you. You got to do it. You got to know what you're doing and when you're working with this. Here's JT by himself. Notice how the other clips are gone around it. The one up here, the main clip is gone, and the one with Terrence and Rashana is gone. But he's on the timeline by himself. Now I'm gonna come on down here. Absolutely. And then you hear I kept that in there where I said absolutely, because we got to put a little validation in there, y'all. We got to have somebody validate what JT just said. Absolutely. There we go. See how that works? Okay, so when you're editing, you got to make sure you got the validation in there.
No, I remember, we were discussing that on our first video together about how.
Now, notice how I've got all 3 clips on this timeline together right now while Terrence is talking. So we know Terrence is talking, right? He's talking. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of the main clip. So I'm going to click on the main clip, which is all of us, hit the delete key. And because their clip is over top of JT, I could just keep JT's clip right here because theirs is already a dominant clip. Okay? So now, after I said absolutely. Absolutely.
No, I remember, we were discussing that on our first video together about how.
So you see how that works? So now, see how we got that cleaned up? Now we got just Terrence and Rashana on the screen together. And then you just keep on going down the timeline.
They want to rule, but this is what I want to see. So how about everybody else make it happen,
Yeah, turning it into a rule. Okay, so there we go. We got that working. Now let's keep on going. Let's see some other things that could be happening. So now, Lady C is talking, so she's the dominant clip. Now, Lady C is the only one that will not be on a clip by herself because she's on the main clip. And that's the only one that has all 3 frames on it, 3 people. So that way I'll never be on a clip by myself right now. Comply. People are looking at them and making snide comments. Now, notice how on Terrence and Rashana's clip, I have actually made their clip totally silent. I just took this and just took it all the way down. Even though you're going to see some areas where they're probably laughing or, saying, yes, I know and everything, just so I can keep it quiet on the set, I just made that whole clip silent. So I'm going to go ahead and scrub down here like that. So y'all following me? Y'all still following me now, aren't you? You got it? Okay, so now we're going to come over here.
I can say...
Okay, now let's see if we can work this out. Now let's go ahead and continue editing. I'm going to show you this one area. I'm trying to show you how I did that. So Rashana's talking. You can just scrub down the timeline and you can continue hearing her talk.
And I want to go there every day, and I want to see my babies, and I want to kind of have this.
Okay, now we can tell that she's probably going to be talking all the way down here because she's talking. She's still talking, right? Then Terrence starts talking, right? So what I want to do is I want to get rid of the extra sound, probably coming from JT's track. So that would be probably right here. So now we're going to go ahead and all I'm going to do is just, there's sound coming from 2 tracks. And it's probably coming from, oh, I see. It's coming from mine. This is the one that has all of us on it. And then this is the one that has Terrence and Rashana. See how I clicked on it? And then and the reason why this has got Terrence and Rashana by themselves is because when you use StreamYard, I gave them total focus on that clip. And that's why you don't see all three of us up there. So now, when you click on that clip, you want to go ahead and turn that volume down, because the volume on the main clip is not good because it was recorded. The recording didn't turn out that great. So now I'm going to turn that clip down, and now the only one's going to be playing is the one from their original clip that they recorded locally on their computer.
They're just walking into their light. I mean, it's amazing.
So that you see how better that sounds, because you don't have those two clips trying to play on the timeline at the same time, and they're not really synced because of the way the system recorded it. That's how this works. Okay, so now here's the situation I'm talking about right now. Now, once again, when we're playing this clip,
yeah, for me that happiness,
if I were to take my clip away, which is this one here, and I hit the delete key, somewhere in the clip, they ended up losing their video. And so that's the reason why I got to keep my original clip, the one that we all are on at the same time, and they have focus. I got to bring that back because their local video kept coming in and out. And so at that point, I got to keep that on the timeline. You're going to also notice that on their original clip, the one that they did on their local machine, notice how there's no wave pattern there, which means that the audio and the video is gone. At that point, I need my main clip. Now you see why I got that main clip at the top of the hierarchy. That's why I did that. So now I'm going to come over here. Now remember what I said before. When they recorded the Streamyard and uploaded it on their local machine, it sounds better on their local machine. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to delete it off of mine. I'm going to delete the main hierarchy because I want to use their video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the top chain, the top of the food chain here, the top hierarchy, and delete it. Notice how they're still here. And notice how their picture looks better than the one that we had on the main, and their audio sounds better.
Such a huge adjustment.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm just going to keep on going down the timeline, and I'm going to continue editing. Once again, the same thing. The reason why I cannot delete the main hierarchy is because during the recording, they lost their audio and video. And this is very tedious, very tedious. So all I did was I found the areas that had no sound on their clip. And this is the one that we have selected. It's the second one on the timeline. So I got rid of it. And I just bought them back. So I'm like alternating between the good footage and the bad footage. The good footage is the one that they recorded locally on their machine, and the bad footage is the one that was captured on my main stream, okay? So once again, I could actually go here and delete this. Oh, no, I can't. Because they're still missing in action. They are still missing in action.
So, from meeting the people.
But now what I got to do is it's up here twice. So now, once I got to go down here and scroll all the way down and click on my main footage, turn the sound down. And I'm sure there's other ways we can turn the sound down, but right now I'm just using this little slider bar to do that. So I want their sound, not the one from the main.
And,
okay. So all I got to do is just continue going down here and working this out. Again.
With themselves in there.
So see what I'm doing? I'm going to go here. And I've already pieced it. What I did earlier is I found all of the areas that had no wave pattern, and I had already gone here and sliced it. So now what I'm going to do is go on the timeline and turn down the volume on the main clip, and in that way you can see what I'm talking about. Okay,
do that.
That's all I'm doing. Hope you can follow this, because this is a lot. And the reason why I know what I'm doing, I've been editing over 10 years now. So I can do this in my sleep.
Trauma and individual. So, yeah.
So once again, I need this clip, this audio from the main clip, because they have no wave pattern, so there's nothing there. So I'm almost done. But once again, right here, see, you can hear. You can hear the double sound there. So I'm gonna go to the main clip. I'm gonna turn that sound down.
No adults.
And then I'm gonna oops. Where am I at? Here I am. Sometimes you gotta use that little plus and minus sign so that this thing doesn't take you too far down on the timeline. So I'm just gonna continue doing this.
Chastise you like a kid.
All the way through.
That does come up, you know.
To make this work for me. I've had worse on the timeline. Once again, we're gonna get over here to JT because he's coming up.
That is so true.
All right. So anyway, I just wanted to just share that with you guys to show you how to edit 3 separate clips from the same stream where I'm alternating between the person that's talking so they got focus on the timeline and they have a better quality audio and video, and the person from the main stream. Anyway, this has been Lady C. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video. All right, now, if you made it through this video, give yourself a hand. And I'll see you on the next episode.